The United Auto Workers Union could strike if a deal isn't reached with Detroit's Big Three by tomorrow night. Workers are demanding higher pay, a compressed work week, and better benefits. According to Anderson Economic Group, just 10 days of a full strike on Detroit's automakers could create an economic loss, and you see the number on your screen, of more than $5 billion. For more, let's bring in senior writer at Barron's, Al Root, to see what's really going on here. Al, just update us. Where do negotiations stand at this moment?
I would say that the headline for people is some form of strike is virtually assured. The contract expires at midnight on Thursday. So, come Friday morning, it's very likely that the UAW will have announced we're going to strike one of the companies or all of the companies or a few plants. The bid-ask spread, you were talking about those wages, is still fairly wide. It's narrowing. I think progress is being made, but I think people should still plan for a walkout. And then we can debate whether it's 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, or longer. And
we've already looked at how this is putting a damper on the auto show and what should be a display of what these cars do and what these workers create. The Associated Press, though, is reporting union leaders are also considering smaller, more targeted strikes. And I guess that's why you're saying some form of a strike is virtually guaranteed. How would a smaller strike be beneficial and work, really?
Well, some of it's posturing to a certain extent, right? So if I strike a plant and that plant shuts down the entire manufacturing system, I, the UAW, can say, these are the workers I'm going to pay with my strike fund. You furloughed these workers. You need to continue to pay them. So there's lots of details. But for all intents and purposes, the targeted strikes to me mean they're going on strike. The rest is sort of details. And I think that is, all of these companies, the union sort of filed unfair labor practices against Stellantis and General Motors to try and get them to negotiate. So that was one of the tools in their toolbox as these negotiations go on. I think those targeted strikes fall in the tools in the toolbox category. But the takeaway is, if you take out a few key plants, you're not going to make any cars.
Right. I think it's interesting because we're seeing actors and writers strike. We've seen teachers strike. It's almost as if over the past 12 months, there's been this labor, I don't know about revolution, but really evolution of what people consider to be standard benefits. How would this, though, impact consumers and the supply chain, considering it will, to some extent, muck things up, which I know is part of the point?
Yeah, Errol, I think it's a great question. This is kind of the summer of labor, right? We've had UPS, SAG-AFTRA, now the UAW. Inflation has averaged about 4% over the last few years. We all know we're paying more for stuff. When the UAW was negotiating the last contract, inflation was running at 2%. So people were much more focused on 2% wage increases and cost of living. Now we have to play catch up. It's a very difficult negotiation. And it's one of these situations where multiple things can be true, right? Workers should definitely not lose ground economically just, by going to work because inflation is riding high. And yet, these companies are talking about electric vehicle investment and billions of dollars of spending. So they're very conscious about their cost position relative to, say, non-union players like Rivian and Tesla. So, that term, or muck it up, it is a very cloudy sort of environment for many companies this summer. And it's been very difficult. So what does it mean? It means that some of the, labor prices, if they were to get the 30 or 40% that they ask for, that could translate into, 3 to 5% cost increases. But there's many factors to go in there. It's a very muddled negotiation.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tesla's cutting the cost of its cars to stay competitive. Barron's Al Root in Toronto. We appreciate the update. Thank you.